Well, hello everyone. We are out here in Berea as the Browns prepare to take on the 4-8 49ers. Of course, Johnny Manziel will be starting this game for the Cleveland Browns, and that's probably the biggest storyline, obviously, going into this game.
Oh, without question. And you think it's a game, when you look at these next four games, this is the one, especially at home. It's a winnable game, and it would be really helpful to kind of jumpstart his stretch drive.
Yeah, and you know what? He really wants to go out there and win this game. He's really excited about it. He was benched for those 2 weeks. He wants to go out and prove that he deserves to have this job, not just for the final four games, but for next season and the foreseeable future.
Mary Kay, it's an audition. It's an audition for the Cleveland Browns, and who knows what happens in the offseason. It may be an audition for another team, Dallas Cowboys, but who knows? But I'm sure if he plays well down the stretch, he's got to be considered maybe to be a starter here next year.
Yeah, so that's obviously all those Johnny chants that we've been hearing at the stadium over the past few weeks. People will get their wish, Johnny back in the starting lineup. Now, what's going to happen at receiver? That's a tough one because there are so many injuries. You've got Travis Benjamin, although he says he will play. You've got Taylor Gabriel coming off of a concussion. I don't know if he'll be ready yet, but Terrell Pryor, he should be active for this game, and we'll finally get a chance to see what he can do.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are anxious to see. I mean, boy, all the way back to September and August when Terrell couldn't quite go because of his hamstring, left the team, and now we're finally get the last 3 or 4 games to maybe get a look of what he can do at a new position.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. He's never played receiver before. He's been out of football basically since the end of September, and he missed most of training camp with the hamstring. So he's getting thrown out there basically from working out on his own at wide receiver. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what he can do. I think he can just get mismatched against a linebacker here or there and just let him go out on a go route and catch the football. So we'll have to see how that goes. Now, some big news out in Berea this week. Gary Barnidge signed a contract extension. Boy, what a tremendous season Gary is having.
And it's fantastic that they were able to work out a deal. I was wondering, with his contract would be a tricky one, given the career year that he had, Mary Kay, but he hadn't done it in the past, also his age, but the Browns and Barnidge were able to come to an agreement, and it sounds like he went and talked to Mr. Jimmy Haslam about this.
Yeah,
tell us about that.
That's the reason why this basically got done. He initiated a meeting, he went into Jimmy Haslam and he said, this is where I want to be. That couldn't have been too long ago. I think that was the catalyst for getting it done. And boy, I think it says something when you've got guys like that want to be here long term with a 2-10 football team, and he's not the only one. Travis Benjamin, we talked to him today, and he said he's 75 to 80% the way there in terms of signing his own extension.
Yeah, and that would be good. Again, another guy that's having a really good year. They're figuring out ways to finally use him that maybe he wasn't used in the past. Obviously, with Josh Gordon being here, he was always kind of just the speed guy. Well, you see what happens when a guy like that gets an opportunity.
And obviously a little bit about the 49ers here. I know our fans haven't seen them in a while. Blaine Gabbert is the quarterback. He has started the last 4 games. He's 2-2 for them right now, and he's coming off of a big victory against the Bears, a 71-yard touchdown pass to Torrey Smith.
Yeah, this is a team that's obviously struggled with a first-year head coach, tons of turnover, but you go into Chicago, and Chicago has been playing pretty well. That's an impressive win.
Yeah, and you know what, they have actually our old friend Sean Drone basically is their leading running back right now, so they're having some of the same struggles the Browns are, but the thing that I think that they do have that the Browns don't, and that's 2 good receivers, 2 big strong receivers in Torrey Smith and Anquan Bolden, and Blaine Gabbert's heating up.
Yeah, and guys that have done it for a long time and done it pretty well and been on teams that have been obviously had great playoff success. So it'll be a challenge for that secondary, which every week it just seems like it's being patched together.
And a couple of other notes really quickly on the 49ers, and that is Eric Mangini, former Browns coach, will try to do everything he can to keep Johnny Manziel from playing well and taking over the game. And then, of course, we will see a very dear old friend in Phil Dawson.
Yeah, the Browns better hope it doesn't come down to a 50-yard field goal at the end of the game, because I've got a feeling he's going to make it.
And then, of course, Andy Lee, who used to play for the 49ers, so it's a little swap of the kickers thing here going on. But the 4-8 49ers against the 2-10 Browns, something's got to give Sunday at First Energy Stadium.